Hello everyone, it is Toby here, back for another video, and I know I'm not starting my video off in the usual garage gym. I'm in my kitchen, in my flat, which is nowhere near the garage gym, because we're going to try and do a public gym workout. We're going to try and get a leg day in down at the public gym and try my best to film it. Obviously I'm doing the intro here while I am preparing my gym drink, which I usually have, which is some creatine and some protein juice, clear Whey sort of stuff. And yeah, we're going to try and get a leg day in. Obviously leg days 9 times out of 10 I do in the public gym because, well, two things really. I do leg days on a Monday, which is obviously a work day, and not only a work day, it is the first work day of the week, so I'm usually obviously at work, so I'm in the flat, which is where I live because of work, so that is why we are doing a leg day in the public gym. Usually I do 2 sessions a week in each. I do Monday, Tuesday in the public gym doing legs and then bench, and then I usually do either Friday, Saturday or Thursday, Friday in the home garage gym, later in the week where work's not quite so stressful and it's the weekend, so we've got more time to go to the public gym. I don't have to be in the office, that sort of thing. But without further ado, I know I waffled a little bit in that intro. We are going to do a leg day. Hey, would you look at that, it changed sides. And the other reason why we do leg day in the public gym is obviously because there is machines there. So my leg days at the minute, because I've had this knee issue, are all to do with machines mainly. We're still on the box squats, and then I need the leg extension, leg curl, leg press, all those sorts of things, all of which are not only much nicer in the public gym than my home gym version of the leg extension, leg curl, but they're safer. And for stuff like the leg press, I simply just don't have one of those in the home gym. So yeah, as I said, we're gonna start off with box squats and a few other machines, but I'm going to go over a full session plan on my drive to the gym. Alright guys, so I realise this might be the worst angle and worst quality video of my channel probably. I forgot, obviously I didn't forget, but I didn't realise just quite how dark driving at night time would be. So yeah, hopefully it's not too bad, and hopefully you can hear me alright as well. But as I said, we'll go through a session plan as I drive to the gym. It's not a far drive, luckily enough, but yeah, so we're going to go through the motions with the legs. So as I mentioned before, we have a bit of a knee injury. It is pretty much mended now. Yeah, we're pretty much sorted with that. So the weights are going up, but we're still sticking with the box squat. So higher than depth box squat, just no risk to the knee whatsoever. There's no sense in risking aggravating that when squat isn't something that I've got coming up in any of my competitions. So we're purely doing it to build leg strength, which box squats do plenty enough of. So we're going to be going for 3 sets of 3, nice and heavy, about 190 kilo. Nice controlled descent, explosive ascent on that. So as I say, I'll try and film as much as I can for this session. Obviously being in a public gym, I won't be able to set up quite as good angles or as consistent video, so I'll film what I can and we'll go through it afterwards. But the next exercise after that is some sort of hamstring and glute exercise. My personal favorite at the minute is good mornings. I have the choice between hip thrusts and good mornings, but the hip thrust station in this gym is usually absolutely packed with student females from the university doing hip thrusts, so I prefer just to stay in the rack that I'm squatting in and do some good mornings. They give me a nice stretch. I just sort of don't try and go too deep with them. Give a nice stretch, and they're pretty decent. But then we move on to the machines, as I mentioned afterwards. So first things first is a nice big hamstring pump on the hamstring curl. I'm getting really good at the lying leg curl now, really starting to move some big weight on that. I'm actually close to full stacking this machine at this gym, so should be really good. Then after that, actually, we move on to some hyper extensions, so back extensions, and I've got past the point of holding just plates for the weights. Now I've started holding an easy curl bar in my elbows and sort of like a Zercher format. I'll try and film those because they're quite entertaining, but the back pump you get off of those is absolutely ridiculous, and it's part and parcel why I've got such a strong and bulletproofed back for deadlifts and strongman events and such like that, is these hyperextensions. Then we move on to some leg extensions, again using that machine, and then I have the choice of if I want to do leg press or not. I can finish with that. Usually, to protect the knee, I sort of play it by ear, and then we end with a bit of core right at the end with some planks. So a nice easy session. As I say, I don't know how much of it I'm going to film. This video is going to be very different to the normal training style. Let me know if you like this training style, a bit more chill, a bit more conversational, and I take you through a bit more of what I'm doing rather than showing you loads of sets of me lifting. But yeah, let's see what I can get filmed, and let's see if my session goes as swimmingly as I'm hoping it will. So we are at the gym now in the car park, ready to get a session done. As I said, I'll film as much as I can and do sort of a voiceover rather than music this time. So if you're enjoying, leave a like, and of course remember to subscribe if you haven't already. So first things first, we have the box squats. Now the idea with these, as I said before, is to not hit too much depth, be just slightly high. Luckily the benches in this public gym are about right for what I want, and we want to control the eccentric on the way down, pause for a split second on the pad and explode back up, so it takes out that spring effect. You can't bounce off the pad, and it is purely about building that leg drive power that is so useful in things like the deadlifts and any sort of like strongman movement that requires you to be explosive like that, but particularly deadlift strength. So the fact that these with 190 are moving so well and so explosively for triples is really good. The program says sets of 1 to 3, so to be consistently hitting triples pretty easily is a really nice place to be at with these. After these, we followed it up with the good mornings. Unfortunately couldn't get those filmed because the platform directly behind me started being in use just after I finished my 3 sets of box squats, so luckily we got them filmed, but the good mornings we did not. Good mornings, if you don't know what they are, simply just an RDL, but the bar is on your back, so it's a hip hinge. You don't really bend the knees too much, and it really lights up the hamstrings and glutes. So those were the first 2 exercises, feeling really good, feeling really strong. So after those 2 with really sore hamstrings, we move on to the lying leg curl. These I'm going pretty heavy, pretty explosive, again trying to explode up and slightly control the eccentric back down, particularly on the 10th rep. I did 3 sets of 10 on this. I only filmed the 2 sets, but yeah, we even managed to go up in weight for the 2nd and 3rd set to 82 kilo. This machine only goes up to 93, so we've only got 2 more jumps until we're full stacking it, but these are feeling really, really strong. So the next exercise is the Zercher hyperextension or back extension. These are really good. Obviously you start off by using a plate and then slowly build up. I'm now adding about 40 kilo for 3 sets of 10, and the lower back pump you get off of these is just something ridiculous. It is a really good stretch after you've done the hamstring curls to stretch off your hamstrings, and it completely lights up your lower back to make it nice and strong and bulletproof, really. And that is where the footage from in the gym stops. Unfortunately, the leg extension machine was just in too much of a crowded area to really allow me to pull out my phone and start recording. And similarly with the planks I had to do over in the sort of CrossFit-y body weight sort of area, and that is always absolutely heaving. There's usually a fitness class on over there, so I just had to get in and get it done. But this session was really good. I'm glad I managed to film quite a bit of it. Specifically the exercises I really did want to film, I managed to film, which was really good. And yeah, so finishing off that session was, as I said, leg extensions. These it's the one exercise these that I feel my knee on. Obviously that leg extension move puts a lot of pressure on the knees, and it is the only one where I still feel a slight twinge in my patella tendon that I did injure. But we're working up the weight. I'm still not back to my best on that, but it is a really good exercise for building strength in that tendon. It's a fantastic exercise for doing a warm-up with, just really light exercises, single legs, leg extension, really good way to warm up the patella there. And then planks are just an absolute staple for core stability, and strongman is all about core stability. If you have a strong core, a strong back and strong legs, then strongman is absolutely sound for you. Honestly, you really don't need much more than that. Pressing you can get away with using a lot of leg drive, and there's very rarely a time where you need strict pressing power in strongman. Obviously there are a few exceptions to that, but if you have a strong back, strong legs and a strong core, you can get really far in this sport. So that is my focus, that is what we are doing. But all in all, it's been a really good session. So that is that. My back is still not unpumped from those hyperextensions with the easy curl bar in my elbows. It changed, even holding a plate's different. It changes the strength curve completely, and it's an absolute amazing exercise for bulletproofing that back. I've not had any back issues with it, and I've been doing that exercise, hyperextensions, for years and years and years. I used to do it every single back day. Now it's moved on to my leg days, but it's just a fantastic exercise. And in fact, it's top of my list to get one of those hyperextension benches for the home gym as well, just because I value that exercise so much. But really, this leg day is the absolute staple leg day that anyone can do. Really, like, anyone can squat, box squat, good morning. They can get in, do leg curls, leg extensions, hyperextension. There's nothing fancy, nothing specifically strongman related in there. It is just about building that power and maintaining a really good strong set of legs for the strongman specific stuff that comes later in the week that you guys see quite a bit of. But I'm glad that I was able to show you my leg day in the public gym setting, because that is not something I get to do very often. So I hope you guys did enjoy. Sorry it's been a bit of a low quality, more chilled out video. Obviously the camera is not the best in the dark and the angles in the gym are not the best, but we're making do with what we can do. I want to keep these videos nice and consistent. We'll be back to our normal higher quality home gym, garage gym video in the next episode. So without further ado, thank you guys so much for watching. I know we've got quite a few new people to the channel as well. Over the last few weeks, we have just peaked 600 subscribers, which is absolutely amazing. And if you are watching this video and you've made it this far without considering hitting subscribe, please help me towards my goal. Help me boost this channel to more like-minded people who might want to take inspiration and enjoy watching my training. But anyway, thank you guys again so much for watching. I've been Toby, and I will see you in the next video.